What is happening, faithful? Your man Lawrence. Welcome to Platform 246. We are live today with Ryan Hensley. Mr. Hensley, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Saturday, don't got too much to do after this, so gonna chill out. Feeling good, man. Thanks for having me on.
Feeling good. Glad to hear that. Well, let's get into the intro, y'all. Let's go. If we're not having internet problems,
Hey, it
you know
happens.
how that goes in the. Yeah, exactly. It happens. We're going to get through it just like the Niners going to get through it. Or at least that's what we will. Mr. Ryan Hensley in the building. Sir, can you hear me good right now?
Yeah, I can hear you,
Everything
man.
seems
It's
clear
breaking
to
up a
you?
little bit, but we'll be all right.
Hopefully, like I said, we're trying to set this up with you. Even though it didn't take long to set up, I've been looking to do it for a while, at least.
Froze on me, brother.
There we go. How about now?
I can hear you.
Good. All right. Glad to have you, man. If you don't mind, while we got some time, let everybody know where they can find Mr. Ryan Hensley on all the social media platforms.
Yeah, it's just my name, middle initial, Ryan G. Hensley. You can find me pretty much on every social media platform. Just look at my name, Ryan G. Hensley. Um, I'm everywhere on all the platforms. I'm most probably active on Twitter, and that's pretty much it right now. But I do have accounts everywhere.
Definitely active on Twitter. That's actually, where I found you and located you. You do big time work. You do good stuff on there. A lot of good content, and definitely here on YouTube as well. So again, I'm honored to have you on the platform, man. Everybody, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're on to push to 400 subscribers. We're trying to get that Halloween, so try to help us out with that. Mr. Hensley has already passed the threshold that you need for what we all primarily start this for, right? You're getting into the situation soon. I think I saw on your page where you're and on Twitter where you're going to be getting monetized soon.
Yeah, I mean, I got what, like 1,210 subscribers, and man, I honestly never started doing it, because I'm a mortgage lender, and I started making
Yep.
videos for my clients, honestly, because you get the same questions asked to you all the time, so it was easier for me just to make a video and then send that video whenever I had that same question asked to me over and over again, and I had a few videos that did well, and I started getting more and more subscribers, and I was like, you know, uh, decided to push it a little bit more. So I'm gonna be pushing it a little bit more than I have been in the past.
That's really cool, and I want to ask you about that, man, because you made a transition, primarily. So your first video that I saw on your channel was like 2 years ago, right? And
Mhm.
if I'm not mistaken, it was called I had the name with that video. Let's see here, how to build generational wealth,
Mhm.
right? And it was with I think a former basketball player, Herm Johnson.
Yeah, yeah. A good friend of mine. He's a realtor now. He played basketball in college, and yeah, we made that video together.
So how did you transition in from starting a channel where you were talking about mortgage and lending into now sports, Warriors, 49ers, and the like? And this is, by the way, folks, Ryan is the host every day of the week, Monday through Friday, of the 49ers Warriors morning show. I think that's 8 o'clock a.m., 8 a.m. Pacific time, right?
Correct. Yeah, I just started it. Honestly, our
Just
first eight
started.
o'clock
Yeah.
show, yeah, it's gonna be Monday. I did one on Friday, just kind of getting my feet wet with it. But yeah, the way I transition, man, honestly, I haven't transitioned completely. I just started doing sports. Everybody tells you you need to niche to grow, and I think that's a true statement. But for me, I just can't do it. Like Um, I have too much going on for me to focus on one thing. Looks like I froze. Am I good right now?
I think we're talking about me too. We straight. I'm just these are older comments from when we first got started. But please go ahead, continue.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, man, I know like everybody says, hey, you got to focus in order to grow on YouTube, and I think that's probably true because all
Yeah.
the people I know that have success in it are really focused. But for me, I'm a mortgage lender. I'm a real estate expert. I'm a real estate investor, and that comes first. That's where I make my money. Um, you know,
Right.
Grant invited me on his show. I started doing shows with Grant once a week in I think it was like June. And you know, I've known Grant for a while, and you know, after doing that, I started building up a following. And I was like, you know, I really love talking about sports, so it's just an additional thing for me. There may be a time where that's all I'm focused on, but you know, honestly, I'm not in this for the money. I just like doing it, so I'm gonna keep, you know, I'm gonna keep making my real estate videos. I'm gonna keep doing my business videos. I'm gonna keep doing my sports videos. It's just who I am. I know a lot of people probably shouldn't go that route, but that's, you know, that my focus is on my business first, and then sports second.
I feel you on that. I'm the same way, and I've heard the same thing that you have to really buckle down and niche to succeed. So I'm only at like 300 something right now, but I love the 49ers like a son of a bitch, and I love wrestling too. So I haven't found a way to separate the two of them. They're what I do basically primarily on the channel, you know. So you having those two situations, which one? I know you say this way you make your money, obviously, as far as mortgage. So
Uh-oh. Lost me, man. I don't see you no more. You still there, brother? All right. Well, since Lawrence is gone, looks like his internet. There he is. There he is.
there you go, man. First of all, thank you for dealing with this. I just streamed last night 2 hours. This I've been streaming all nonstop. The internet doesn't have any problems. And the minute I try to get in here with you,
Yeah.
it's hell. So of course, but I appreciate you dealing with it, man, and sticking with us. But I still want to get your story out. You know what I mean? So again, you're also a father of four, right?
Yeah.
I heard. I know your time management skills. That must be probably one of the biggest things in the world to you. Talk about that. For me, fatherhood means everything. And before we get into any sports, I just want to get the folks a chance to know about you. Fatherhood to me is the biggest thing in the world. I have two sons, 18 and 16 myself. So I just wanted to find out about your family life, and do you ever incorporate them in the channel? I know I've heard you talk about them and things like that at least.
Yeah. Right now, I just talk about them. You know, I haven't incorporated them in. They're not really down for that, I don't think. But yeah, being, you know, they think that's crazy being on YouTube and stuff like that. But you know, father is everything to me, man. That's why I do what I do. I didn't have a dad growing up. My dad was probably around for like 4, 5 years of my life. You know, and went to
Yes, sir.
prison. He was alcoholic. He died when I was like 19. So I never really got a lot of time with my dad. And I remember always when I was growing up wanting to be a good dad. And so that's always been my number one priority over everything. So every decision I make in general, they're the number one thought that crosses my mind before I make that decision. And I love it, man. They changed my life. They kind of saved my life, honestly. I was doing stupid stuff, and then I started having kids and kind of woke me up.
Amen, man. My kids, I I understand what you're saying. I don't think I did anything that was too regretful, but my sons also saved my life. So what do you have, boys, girls, mixture?
I got a daughter who's 23, and then the rest of them are boys, 20, 16, and 14.
And so you said they think you're crazy for being on YouTube.
No, I mean, not really. You know, they look up to me.
Yeah,
They know it's just they think it's funny, you know. But you know, my youngest one,
yeah,
he's like all into it, watches it. My oldest, they don't really. pay attention to it, but that they love that I'm on with Grant. Grant he's the number one.
Yeah,
He's got the number one show on YouTube for 49ers content. So being on that, man, it's a great honor that he chose.
100%.
Yeah, he chose me to do it. So I don't take it lightly. I try to put in work a little bit prior to the show, so I'm prepared. And I just wanted to do this show because now I'm at the point where I have everything I need. I think I'm like 100 hours away from monetizing, something like that. So I was like, man, I focus on having multiple streams of income, and I love doing it. So I was like, I'm gonna do
Yep.
something that I can do regular. The only time that it works for me is in the morning. So I've been, starting Monday 8 a.m. I can knock it out, and I can talk about sports, have fun, tap in with the fan base, and then I can go on and work on my business. So it works out great. That's why I decided to kind of just keep doing it, start now.
Absolutely. And faithful folks, as he said, 8 a.m. Monday. That's his first Monday show for the 49ers Warriors morning show. Check that out. As he said, tap in with him. Is that the only reason that you're in the YouTube, game basically right now is to, have a form of income. And then, of course, it's something that you like as well. Because that's, for me, I found that if it's money that you're really in this game for, you probably end up for a bad time. To be honest,
Yeah,
I'm doing
no,
this really because I definitely wanted to have it as a second check at some point, but I really enjoy it.
yeah, no, absolutely not, man. I mean, I don't get paid nothing to be on Grant's show, and I love doing it. People I think misunderstand that. They
Right.
think I'm getting paid or something. Grant pays me or something like that. He doesn't. I just do it because I love it. If I don't like doing something, I don't do it. Like I don't have a boss in any
Exactly.
form or fashion on anything. Everything I do, I do it. I run it for myself. I do it for myself. I do it because I love it. I can't. If I had to do something purely for money, that's like torture for me. So I don't do anything just for money.
All right, I absolutely can agree with that, man. I think that it doesn't give you, your best self. You don't get to put your best self into it if you're looking for money only in something, because you just focus in a different way or it blocks your focus. So I appreciate you again coming on. I want to start with a question for you
All right.
about football. Let's get into ball. We got the Falcons tomorrow. What and when is a question that I want to be asking everyone. When did you fall in love with the 49ers and what made you fall in love with them?
Shoot, I grew up in the Bay Area, Benicia, Vallejo area, my whole life. And, I always went to Giants games. I'm a big Giants fan. Although I can't watch it on TV because it's like boring as can be. I'll go watch it in person. But baseball's really hard for me to watch on TV. I also grew
I
up a
will hold it
Warriors
against you.
fan. I see 49er Laker guy tapping in, but I'm a Warriors fan, man. I've been a Warriors fan my whole life, even when they were trash. Um,
Yeah.
outside of when Jordan was playing, but always loved my Warriors, but I was a big Jordan fan, so I always watched the Bulls games too. Um, and then as far as the Niners, man, as long as I can remember, I've been a Niners fan. I remember being a kid, watching them play, doing their thing, watching all the Super Bowls. So honestly, as long as I
Yep.
can remember, but my first what sealed the deal for me is I went to a football camp, Stanford football camp, when I was like 11 or 12, and they had a bunch of 49ers there, and I got to meet Bill Walsh, which I didn't appreciate at the time, like I do now. I'm glad I got
Right.
to meet him. But then
Wow.
Ronnie Lott, that was the big one for me. Meeting him, he told us the story about how he amputated his finger, and I actually got to race him in a 40-yard dash, and he turned around halfway and beat me by like 20 yards running backwards. But after that, man, it was a wrap. Like that sealed it for me. Even though I was a fan before, but that kind of just sealed the deal.
I was going to ask you, was it before or after he amputated his pinky? So, there you go. You answered it before I could get it out.
Yeah.
Man, that's amazing. I would love to get it. And being here in Vegas is hard enough as it is, but even I'm from LA, you know what I mean? So I was never anywhere near the stadium. That's pretty much on my bucket list.
Hmm.
get to a Niners game, just get near the building. I just want to get in the parking lot. To be honest with you, I don't
Yeah.
even care. But and when was the last game you actually got a chance to go to? By the way,
So, man, I've been to probably like 20 games at Candlestick and 0 at
can you hear
Levi.
me?
Yeah, I've
Am
been.
I froze?
What was you're frozen a little bit,
All
but I
right.
can hear you.
Okay. There we go.
But yeah, I went to like probably 20 games at Candlestick, and I haven't been to one game at Levi.
Yeah.
Um, for a couple of reasons. One, I'm a little bitter about them leaving San Francisco.
Okay. I
That's
appreciate you. Just hang with me. Just talk. Yep.
Yeah, so I think that's part of it. And then the other reason is honestly at this point, unless I'm on like the 50-yard line down low on the field, I'd rather watch the game from home with my sons.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I prefer it, especially if I'm gonna be dropping over $1,000 to bring my family to a game. It's got to be, the experience is not that much better for me to spend a G. I'd rather sit home on my couch on the big
Yeah.
screen and not be distracted. And I really
Yeah.
enjoy just watching it at home with my boys.
Not be disturbed. Enjoy with the family. I mean, I don't like watching the 49ers games any way other than right here with my folks. And we will be here live tomorrow, y'all, for the Niner game, of course, on the stream. Or again, Ryan, with my sons. So I can understand that, man. So with the us being on YouTube, there's something I really want to talk to you about. 'Cause I saw that had some discussions with some of the 49ers content creators and faithful, um, even on your page this week. There's a lot of dissension, all right, between just like I said, content creators as a whole. We got a couple here. I think CG Ruthless Sports. Shout out to you, brother, in the comments. I wanted to talk about that. How you feel about that? Not to take sides, but people feuding on Twitter. You're doing a show with Jack Hammer soon. I think I saw, and you guys have different views on things all the time. But you're able to come together as adults, as men and as faithful, and then just discuss it and debate. So, why do you think more content creators don't collaborate or lend a hand to a smaller channel or even a channel that's bigger? Just why do we have so much dissension between us on the internet?
I don't know, man. People are just funny. It's a people thing. It's not just the YouTube content creators. A lot of people are just like that. They forget where they started. They forget how hard it was for them. Um, and they don't like helping other people out. It's kind of like a competitive thing. They feel like if they're helping somebody else, that it hurts them, and they think they're too good to help somebody with less YouTube subscribers. And people are just funny style, man. And no matter what industry it is, no matter what you're doing, it's just people that are like that. And so, I've never really been like that. The only thing with me is I get people that ask me often to come on, and I'm just so dang busy, bro. Like I work probably 50, 60 hours a week on my business, and then I do 49ers stuff on top of that. And then I go on Grant's show, and I got 4 kids, and I got a wife. And so for me, it's really hard. And so part of what I want to do and incorporate on my show is the people that ask me to come on their show. I'm just gonna say, hey man, you can come on my show. I'm arranging guests, and then for people that aren't signed up on my Monday through Thursday, I got a call-in show on Fridays, and I'm just gonna do my best to plug those people when they do come on, because it's just time-wise, it's just tough for me. And I don't mind if people take the clip and put it on their channel. That's cool with me too. But I want to do whatever I can to help folks out. Looks like you're breaking up, Lawrence. You still there? All right, Lawrence is, man, the internet can be a pain for everybody, man. So I get it. When I go live, I have to go through my whole house, and I got the app on my phone where I just disconnect every single person to make sure that my internet is in line, man. So sometimes the internet just be like that. So hopefully Lawrence can tap back in. I'll give him a couple minutes and see if he can get in. It just seems like a bad day for him. If any of you guys are there, feel free to tap in. I'm looking at the comments. What are we looking at? Used up all your stream time last night. Let's see. I'm just looking at all these comments, man. You guys are good. I see CG Ruthless talking about Lakers all day. Ryan, you're cool, man, as long as we agree on 49ers and Giants. So I definitely agree on 49ers and Giants. I don't have much faith in your Lakers, CG. I'm gonna be honest with you. Russ, that Russ and Pat Bev dynamic is not looking good, man. So I don't think they're any better off than they were last year, in my opinion, man. I hate to say it to you.
Thank you for having the back on that, Tia. And thank you, Ryan, for holding it down. As y'all see, he's an excellent content creator. I don't know what he said because I got kicked off, but he was flowing. Um, I want to talk about that too in a minute. I know you over here talking about my Lakers. Please don't down us. Westbrook does have to go. But I think you might have a player on your team that might need to go too, sir. While we talking about it, but
Yeah.
I know you made a video about it yourself earlier in the week. But so man, look. First of all, I apologize. It's Miss Tia saying the stream is usually good. We just did this last night, folks. It was the internet was popping, and it was just great. SmackDown was awesome. You're still awesome, though, man. I really appreciate you. This has been great for me having you on. Just a couple more questions. No, I'll let you get up out of here. So again, we're talking about the divide, between 49 content creators. Hot topic that we have, of course, and we can just be brief with it. What do you think about the divide for the team this year? The quarterback situation has brought, and that's with not just with the fan base, but I mean in the locker room. It hasn't seemed to affect us, I guess, but do you think there is one?
I think there's definitely in the beginning of the season there was definitely a preference between players, like your core group that's used to playing with Jimmy. They went to the Super Bowl and the NFC Championship with Jimmy. I think those guys, inside they were like a little not really feeling the switch as much as a lot of the younger guys. Guys like Ayuk, I'm pretty sure he was Team Trey. But right now with Trey being hurt, it's really nothing to talk about. I mean, there's no other option, right? So they all got to roll with Jimmy. I think it could have been
Yeah.
an issue had the season gone on and Trey Lance not gotten hurt, and if they were to struggle or something like that, then we probably could have seen that come out. And I was a little
I agree.
concerned about that. But now that Trey's hurt, there's no other option. There's no divide between Brock Purdy and Jimmy, at least yet. So I think they're good now, man. Yeah.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, I was worried about it myself, honestly, Ryan. Until that fateful moment where he left his ankle on the 25-yard line, and then I realized that we weren't going to have to worry about that this season. We were just going
Yeah.
to still talk about it, but it wasn't going to be a real tangible worry. The poll question: I think we have a chance to lose this game? He who will remain nameless on this channel. Do you think that he and Kyle have a chance to lose this game?
Yeah, man. I think the Falcons are being a little underrated. I think, I mean, I got the Niners winning, and I imagine they are. But Falcons are a little underrated, man. Their offensive line is really good. Our defensive line is kind of, I mean, even though our backups are top notch too, it's a little depleted, especially if Boza doesn't play. And we haven't. Their run game is elite, and a lot of it's because of their offensive line. So if they can control the time of possession and our, you know, if we don't put up points in it, or if Jimmy turns the ball over and it goes back to being the normal Jimmy, I could see it. It's going to be a lot more competitive than people think. Of course, I think the Niners are going to win. I think we're the superior team all the way around. But you know how it is any given Sunday, man. So we can't take them lightly.
Well said. I couldn't agree more. I think any given Sunday is always we lost to the Bears in a monsoon. We see how bad they are, but we know that's for every team and every game. Any given Sunday, anybody can get you, especially if you take them lightly. You got a score prediction?
Yeah, I said 27-19. That's probably not going to happen, but I've been wrong about the scores all year. So I don't know. I think the Niners are going to win. I think they're going to pull it off. But like you said, man, like we lost to the Broncos. We lost to the Bears. The Falcons, to me, are a better team than both of those guys. So, you never know what's going to happen.
Overall.
But if we lose to the Falcons, man, shiz is going to hit the fan. I don't like cussing, but shiz will hit the fan.
I know you don't.
Yeah.
I cuss too, and I can respect that. I cuss a lot, sir, but I respect that you do. I saw that in some of your channels, so salute to you for that. But shiz, yes, all that stuff. Duke is going to hit the fan if we lose, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
You got a favorite Niner all time? I know you met Lott. You got to meet Mr. Walsh.
Yeah, all time is Ronnie Lott, man. To me, it's Ronnie in order 1 through 5. I posted last week, I think. Ronnie Lott,
Yep.
Jerry Rice, Steve Young, Joe Montana, Roger Clay, and then my honorable mentions are going to be Patrick Willis.
Yes.
He's probably my favorite Niner from the last 20 years. And then if prime time would have stayed with the Niner, man, hit that season that Deion Sanders had on the 49ers was one of the most exciting players I've ever seen play for the 49ers. It was like every time he was on the field, it was like a pick six, 80-yard, run back for a touchdown or a kick return, punt return. Deion was nuts, man. I really wish he would have
It was
stayed and
special.
not sold out. Yeah. You there, brother?
And he only gave us 1 year and then bounced, got the ring, and said, I'm out of here.
Yep. Yep.
Hopefully you getting me. You probably not even hearing me now.
Oh, you gone again, man. Let me check out these comments, White. See if you're coming back. Screams looks good. Yes, Westbrook got to go. Man, I thought Westbrook had to go before you guys got him. My wife's a Laker fan, and so I always got to deal with that Laker stuff at the house too.
You're a Laker fan. Well, you got Laker fans around you at the house, you said, huh?
My wife, she's a Laker fan. She's from LA.
Salute to your missus. Salute to your missus. So let's look, man. First of all, it's been excellent having you on for when we were both on. My apologies to you for the stream issues. Hopefully we can do this again sometime. I know you're a busy man and I'm fairly busy myself. But I would love to be, even get a couple of minutes on your morning show one day. You want to shout out everybody? And I got one more thing to ask you about real quick. You want to just shout out anybody or tell again everybody where they can find you? Or just what you're doing?
Man, for anybody who wants to tap in, I'm going to be doing my morning show, 8 a.m. Probably go till roughly about 9, Monday through Friday. On Fridays, I'm doing my call-in show. So for anyone that I can't schedule ahead of time, feel free to call in Friday and jump on there. And then my channel is just my name. It's Ryan G. Hensley. You could look me up if you'd like and subscribe, or just subscribe. I'd appreciate that. And hopefully you guys tune in. Yeah, man, I just shout out to everybody. Shout out to you. Thanks for having me on. Don't trip on the internet issues, man. A lot of that stuff, it'd be out of our hands, man. I know it can be an issue for me at home too. So don't worry about that, man. And we'll link up again in the future.
I sincerely appreciate it, Ryan. I don't know if you're hearing me right now.
Yeah.
Link if I am. Oh, there you go. So maybe I'm on. So we got you this Tuesday. Lakers Warriors. How much are we beating you by?
Did you guys see your preseason score? Did you watch that game?
Hopefully you got that. Yeah, unfortunately. Yes. Well, I was watching wrestling. I was streaming wrestling, but I had that in the back of my peripheral. Yeah, that was horrendous. I think we lost by 50.
It's bad, man. You guys are in trouble.
I saw 8. If we can get rid of RW, then we might be a little bit better.
You need some.
I don't care who we get. We get me. You just get him off the team. He doesn't want to be there, so we don't want you here either, Ma. So, yeah. But y'all doing good. Draymond, does Draymond need to leave?
Does he need to leave? That's yet to be determined. That's yet to be determined, I think. We'll see what can happen. I wasn't happy with him. I'll tell you that much. And I think there's some times when Draymond sabotages the team. He's done it several times. I mean, we lost KD because of him, and then this. And so I'm not really happy with Draymond, to be honest with you. I think he's always worried about calls too much. So, if Draymond does leave, I'll tell you what, I'm not really worried about it. I think what he does is valuable, but I think we'll be all right either way. But we'll have to see how it works out, man.
I think you're right. You have a good enough team and good enough leaders on the team, if you're hearing me, to be able to probably get over this. I think if anybody can get over it, it's probably the Warriors and Steph.
Yeah, exactly.
But thank you so much, man. Sincerely, again, my fault. My apologies for these for this freaking stream issues. Want to be
Don't worry
respectful
about that, man.
completely with you on the channel, brother. You know what I mean? But it's been an outstanding time with you, having you on. I sincerely appreciate it. Ryan, please be safe. Niner gang, we getting this W tomorrow. And any last words from you?
Yeah, no, man, I'm good, man. Thanks
I
for having me
appreciate
on
that.
again. Don't worry about the internet.
Well,
It be like that sometimes. No worries, brother.
I will see you soon, man. Thank you so much for coming through the platform, stepping up with us, and I'll see you around Twitter.
Right on, bro. Talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you so much, man. We'll see you around. Well, faithful folks, hopefully you can even still see me right now. That was the shittiest stream in the history of platform two. Well, maybe not the history, but we tried to give you all a little something different today. That was Mr. Ryan Hensley on with me, and it's the 49ers content creator. What's happening, David? Shout out to you. I'm not sure if it was because it was that, but I mean, I just streamed with my sons 2 days ago. I just streamed last night, fucking SmackDown. And right now, it's seeing streaming. So I don't know what that was. Maybe it's because he's a real true Warriors fan and a Giants fan. And it was clashing against each other. I don't know. But I want to say thank you to everybody who came to the stream today. Tia, I don't know what in the fuck. And now, can you hear me good? Can you see through my body right now? Faithful folks. You can probably see through me right now, huh? It's just fine right now, huh? It's like, but Ryan hung with me. Man, I sincerely appreciate that. And follow him at Ryan G. Hensley. Subscribe to his channel here on YouTube. Check him out on Twitter. And then, of course, also us at Bam Bam LLD on Twitter. I really appreciate everybody hanging out. Tia, David, John, Grandizer, CG Ruthless Sports, everybody who came through. I sincerely appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for commenting and keeping this going with me when I was in and out like a ghost. So y'all have a great weekend. We just dropped a video up on the channel. Please check that video out. It's entitled Frat Boy Jimmy. And I like it. So thank y'all so much for watching. Have a good weekend. Y'all be safe. We'll definitely be doing more of these coming up. If I can get, yes, definitely see you tomorrow. Where the stream is going to just be clean. We already know. We were all here last night for SmackDown. It wasn't a glitch other than Bray Wyatt on the TV. If I'm not mistaken, maybe, but nothing like today. But that's because we were doing an interview with a 49ers content creator, a cool dude, a father, a mortgage lender, good guy, well-spoken, knows his sports, Wi-Fi shitting all over it. But see all y'all tomorrow for Niners Falcons, and then also Monday for Monday Night Raw, 8 p.m. then, and I think it's 10 a.m. tomorrow. Y'all be safe, and thank you for coming through.